Hey everyone, MeltingMan234 here with another casual review, and this time it's the live-action remake of Disney's Beauty and the Beast that was released in March of 2017. Out of all the live-action remakes Disney has been doing with their films, this one so far was the one I was really looking forward to. Now, of course, I'm well familiar with the original animated version like everybody else does, and of course it's also one of my favorite Disney films. I never saw it in theaters back in the day, but I mostly remember watching it on a home video. And the only time I saw it on the big screen was when they re-released the film for IMAX, which was the first time I ever went to those kind of theaters. That and they also featured the Human Again number, a song that was cut from the original release due to time constraints, then it was featured in the Broadway musical version, then it was put back into the film for its re-release, and nowadays it's become more of an optional choice when watching the film on DVD and Blu-ray. Anyway, the story to the live-action remake is pretty much the same as the original. An enchantress curses a spoiled prince and his servants. Belle is the misfit in her small village. Thus the two must meet in order to break the spell before it's too late. The look of the film is very stylish with its sets, props, and things. Almost looks like something straight out of an old Victorian musical. One thing I was hoping for this version was that it would feature some elements from the Broadway musical into the film, and there are some elements such as the Beast having his own song as well as the servants slowly losing their sense of humanity over time. They even featured an element or two from the original story of Beauty and the Beast, where Maurice picks a rose from the Beast's garden for Belle, which ticks off the Beast and he gets imprisoned. But it's just an ordinary rose. The enchanted rose is still there and still doing its purpose and things. The cast of characters are great and almost like their original counterparts. The only new character they added in is this harpsichord character, who, at first I thought it was some kind of weird reimagining of Forte the pipe organ from Beauty and the Beast the Enchanted Christmas. But it turns out he's not. He's just a minor character who is the wardrobe's husband. I do enjoy some of the new designs of the Beast's servants, looking more antique and fancy looking. Cogsworth is probably one of my favorites out of the bunch. Sure, some of the scenes in the film are recreated from the original, but there are still a good amount of new material, such as getting more character development and more backstory for both Belle and the Beast, Maurice getting some more screen time and development, and even LeFou gets a little bit of character development. They even fix up a few plot holes that the original film had, like how do the villagers have no idea about the castle, and are all of the objects alive in the castle and others? All those are pretty much fixed up with brief explanations in the live-action remake, which is a nice improvement. So yeah, there's a lot of things that I liked about this film, and of course there are some things that I didn't like about the film. Emma Watson is a decent actress to play Belle, but her singing sounds off. Something about using some kind of sound filter or something, but never saw her as much of a singer anyway. The Beast song is decent, where he sings after letting Belle go, but I think it's just okay. Personally, I prefer If I Can't Love Her from the Broadway musical version. And of course, there's the elephant in the room about LeFou being gay in this version, which sparked a lot of controversy and all that. Personally, I have nothing against gays as long as they're not trying to hit on me. I'm straight. But it didn't bother me that much in the film. I mean, first off, who even cared about LeFou in the original film? He was just the comic relief character that was, most of the time, acting as Gaston's punching bag. And second, it's really not as bad as some people say it is. The only time it really shows it off is in the song Gaston, in which Gaston lifts him up with one of his arms and LeFou is really excited and all that. But throughout the rest of the film, it's very tame. So yeah, I have nothing against this version of LeFou being gay and whatnot. Besides, he's nothing compared to all of the gay stereotype characters we've had in the past in other forms of media. And that's all I can think of to say about this film. The art style was good, the characters were good, some of the new installments and improvements were good, and all in all, it was a fun film. Before that, I'd seen the live-action remakes of The Jungle Book and Pete's Dragon, and they were both just okay. This one, surprisingly, I really enjoyed. Sure, it'll never top off the original film, because I never expected it to top off the original film. Besides, the only time a remake is considered better than the original is when a blue moon shows up or whatever kind of rare, fancy occasions show up. But yeah, in the end, I really enjoyed this film. That's about it for this review, so I'll see you next time.